So Dave Canales decided to wait until the final preseason game to play the starters, and some fans were pissed off about it, but sometimes patience pays off because they were rewarded with seeing the starters go out there, put together a 12-play, 85-yard drive capped by a beautiful touchdown. Just good execution. Pretty much the whole drive overall. I like the play calling. The offensive line looked good. Bryce Young looked sharp as well. We got a little bit of taste of the run game. So we're going to break it all down in this video in the film room. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Aaron Duncan with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I do videos like this, breaking down the game, news and updates, podcasts, live streams, everything else, man. I am your daily dose of Panthers content. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'm on top of everything with all this news and updates coming out very quickly. You don't want to miss anything, so make sure you have notifications on. Also, these videos take a lot of work. I really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up. It goes a long way in the algorithm. If you want to show a little bit more appreciation, you can leave a super chat. And down below, it's the $ inside of the heart. It's just a tip jar for me on my independent grind because we don't get the respect we deserve from the mainstream media. So I try to be that guy to help bridge the gap, giving you in-depth analysis. But my favorite thing about this drive is just the amount of people that touch the football. Just a very balanced effort. You're going to see in this video, multiple people touch it. Dave Canales did a good job getting Bryce Young going early in rhythm, getting the run game a little bit sprinkled in there, and then just you see the different tools and weapons that we have really get a chance to test the football. So I'm excited about the personnel groupings. I'm excited about everything in this video. So let's go ahead and get into that film. All right, so we finally got some action from the starters in preseason. Bryce Young's going to start off here. I like Dave Canales giving his quarterback something easy, a nice little dump off play action, something to get him in a rhythm right away. Don't come out here slinging tough passes from the jump or even starting off with the run. Come out with the pass, get Bryce Young in rhythm immediately. Nice little dump off to the flat to Jordan Matthews. I like the play design. I like the opening up on the script with this. You're going to see Jordan Matthews offset on the left. He's going to come across the formation, sneak out the back door on this tight end little leak play. Catch the defense outflanked. I love this nice simple completion to get things going. Nice, good, like I said, gain of 8 yards on first down. All right, second down. Bryce Young, we're going to have a 3-by-1 set here. We're going to have Ja'Tavion Sanders in the slot. Bryce is going to adjust, and I like this idea as well. Bryce is going to look left, doesn't like it, comes back to Ja'Tavion. Let's break this down a little bit. Let's run it back. Right here, the defense is kind of showing a disguise cover 3 look, as in a single high safety. It may be cover 3, it may not be. You see one guy look head up at the top, man on man, looks like with the Deontay Johnson. What we've been talking about during camp, when Bryce sees these one-on-ones, he's going to take these shots, but they're trying to hide this coverage. You can see this safety right here lurking at the line of scrimmage. He kind of looks like he's blitzing, kind of like he's not. You can see, let me run it back just a little bit more. You can see the center, Andrew Rain, pointed out and say, hey, he may be coming. He may be coming. Let everybody know. Bryce identifies it as well. He's sneaking up. Once Bryce sees this guy taking off, watch Bryce's eyes. He looks left. Deontay actually has a step one-on-one. Maybe you could force that and sneak it in the window because that safety is not looking, but it's a tough throw. But knowing that that safety is vacating that area and getting deep, Bryce says, okay, let me come off of that. I know he's going deep. That safety got out of there. Where did he vacate? He vacated there for the crossing route for Ja'Tavion right behind him. Boom. This is a good job for Bryce using his eyes, going through his progressions, making the read. You'll see it from here. Watch the safety number 36 on the left. Watch his eyes. Bryce looks to the right like he's going to Deontay and sees that that safety's getting back and got help. He immediately comes down. Look how fast he goes from boom, boom. He already sees Ja'Tavion. Look how quickly he sees Ja'Tavion coming open. Fires it in there. Nice little dart there. Nice, great completion. Good job by Ja'Tavion Sanders to move those chains. Watch it one more time from this view just to see his eyes move fast. He's looking at that safety number 36 in the top right. Looks turn. Come off of it. Right there. Puts it right on the chest. Move those chains. And pass pro was good too. I like the pass pro. This is actually a straight drop. Look at Andrew Rain up the middle, the undrafted free agent center. Pretty good on the protection as well. Zavala's working pretty hard as well here on the left. We just need them 2.7 or whatever to get the ball out. Icky's done a pretty solid job as well. I know this is the backup line, but I like the protection. Keep Bryce clean. He can deliver the ball when he's got pass protection, man. Good job right here. Good throw, good catch to your young tight end, Ja'Tavion Sanders. All right, next play. We're going to get into this formation next. Thielen's going to go in motion. We're going to get the running game going with Chuba Hubbard. Good downhill run, hits with a good surge, nice gain of 6 yards. Let's look at it from this different angle to see how the blocking sets up. We're going to get zone coming to our left right now that we're looking at. And look, Chuba's going to keep his eyes up, but you can kind of see in slow motion that backside guy over pursuing. Now, typically you want to read this guy right here that's above Robert Hunt, but Chuba has a good feel for it. You got a double team here on the backside. You can see the backside over pursuing, and it's cut off by a pretty solid block by Ja'Tavion Sanders. Not bad, getting himself into position. I was critical of him in my prior video, him being out of position, but boom. Good job by Ja'Tavion Sanders. Good feel by Chuba to get a nice burst to get through. Good game. Next play. We're going to come up here into a 2x2 scenario. Going to motion now, 12 personnel. I like what we've been doing, using our tight end, 2 tight end sets a lot. Jordan Matthews has a receiving skill set. Ja'Tavion Sanders has a receiving skill set as well. The Bills are going to be in nickel, but you can get some favorable matchups sometimes when you run these 12 personnel with receiving tight ends. Sometimes you get an extra linebacker that may end up lined up on Ja'Tavion Sanders or Jordan Matthews, but I like what Canales has done using that 12 personnel, but they're going to come out and run with it. It's a heavier run personnel group, and they got a nice little run to move the chains with Chuba there. I like the surge. Let's see it from this angle, man. Just see how the blocking scheme lines up. It's going to be a zone to the left. Boom. Look at Raim. I talked about Raim at the center position. Look at him. Look at the agility to get that feet moving, to get in position. He's trying to get that guy reached. He does a good job using that agility, gets him there. Doesn't really get a huge push to anchor. That's one thing, him being a rookie, undrafted guy, that he needs to work on, that strength at the point of attack. But he moves pretty well, gets there. Chuba gives a little inside move right here to set him up, and it gets through that little hole. Good surge to get through the hole once you get through the line of scrimmage. Man, I like this run and this patience by that. Look at Zavala on the second level doing a pretty good job as well, driving at number 62, and Robert Hunt coming from backside as well. Good job by the line here. It's just that extra safety that's in the box that helps make the tackle. And so you can't account for that guy, but the line, a very, very clean effort thus far. I was very impressed. Next play. Let's run this here. Nice little run play downhill. All right, let's break this down. Those 3 straight runs. Let's go ahead and get some power running gap scheme stuff here. They're going to pull Robert Hunt on this play. So Robert Hunt's going to be on the right side. It's going to come from left to right. So a little counter play. You're going to get down blocks from Icky and the left side of the line of scrimmage. And Robert Hunt is going to kick out that end man on the line of scrimmage. Chuba Hubbard's going to go right inside that block. It hits pretty nice. The timing as well. I like the design. Instead of coming from right, Chuba going from right to left, like sometimes you see counter plays. I like this footwork. You run to the right to get the defense flowing right, and then you come back to the left with the run, boom, right inside that gap. You want to see Icky, because Icky, he does a good job. Initially, he has a double team, the combo block, but you want to see Icky kind of maybe drive him a little bit more, and then once he gets to the second level, engage with this guy instead of just pushing him, because that's the guy that makes the play. And Chuba's trying to get to the outside, but it is what it is. I mean, Chuba still has enough burst to get to the perimeter. Just got to try to make one man miss on that corner and back on the back. Personally, I think when we get a guy like Jonathan Brooks, he's the type of guy that can make these guys miss one-on-one. It's a tough thing to do. This is a good tackle by the corner, but like I said, Jonathan Brooks is more of a home run hitter than Chuba, but still nice, tough run by Chuba there, gaining 4 yards. Next play. We're going to get 12 personnel again, 2 tight ends in the backfield. They're going to draw up a shot play. Let's see how this works. Max protection for a shot play, only 3 men in the route. Bryce tries to avoid 1 sack miss, 2 sacks miss, makes a 3rd miss. Takes a little heavy hit, man. That kind of had me a little nervous. It was like head on head there during the game. So let's go back a little bit and see how these work out and see what was going on. So at the bottom, you have Deontay Johnson. It's going to be a shot play pretty much for him. You're going to have Mingo up top. Mingo's going to run like this fake deep crossing route and then break out to the sideline on like a corner route or out route. And then you're going to get a deep post by Deontay Johnson. So the aim of this is to get this backside safety, this play side safety, to draw up on Mingo. And the fact that he's supposed to be the deep defender, if he gets drawn up on Mingo, it leaves Deontay Johnson to go right behind him. So let's see how it plays out. They have single high right now. The play action happens. You see Mingo faking inside like he's going to do a crossing route. Boom, breaks to the out. He's actually kind of open in my opinion. Now, I think, like I said, this is a shot play we'll look at from behind to see Bryce's eyes. But I think this play was made for Deontay, so he was trying to look for Deontay on this play. But the safety is deep. The safety does break for Mingo, but not as hard or as flat as you would like. So maybe reading the safety, instead of predetermining where you're going to go, you try to make this throw a layered throw to Mingo. Now, it's tough because Mingo's kind of drifting backwards on that corner route, and then the safety's over the top. So it would take a little bit of touch, and it would have to be you have to throw it with some anticipation. As soon as you hit that back foot, you have to see it now and get rid of it. You may not be able to step into it without getting drilled by that lineman that's in front of you. But there was some time, like I said, with a shot plays there, you're going to need a little bit extra time. I don't think he felt comfortable hanging in there and getting drilled to try to anticipate a throw like that or wait for Deontay. But maybe you want him to pull the trigger there, but you can see how it's supposed to shape out. As that safety goes up on Mingo, you see Deontay wide open there. And that's how the design of the play is supposed to work out. But he needed maybe another half a second more. That way he could step into a deep throw or maybe hit Mingo. So this angle will kind of tell you how it looks when you see this safety back there and see how close he was, you think, to Mingo and see what he should have did. You can see Bryce's eyes. Bryce is looking straight down the middle at that safety, but he's also favoring left. Look at his feet. He's favoring to the left because he wants to go to Deontay. And the safety is breaking towards Mingo. Now, that's, like I said, that's a tough throw. If his feet aren't looking at Mingo, so he would have to change his feet, switch, and then get it to Mingo. But as he drops, you can see that, hey, his feet are triggering, looking for Deontay. He can't throw to Mingo right now without having his feet turn and sit. And so he doesn't really have that time. He doesn't feel comfortable having time to do that because of that D-lineman in his face. And so he just needs a half a second more. I think overall it's enough time, but you just want to see maybe just a little bit more from Icky if he could do it. Not even a bad job by Icky because this is a long developing play. You guys got to know that, hey, we need you to hold up on this play. But all in all, it would have been a tough throw for the circumstances, but you can definitely see that he wanted to go to Deontay based off his feet, but he just didn't come off of it and didn't have enough time to come off of it and go to Mingo. But had you been looking for Mingo right away and throw it with anticipation and be right here, if you had your feet set to go, you could. But like I said, this shot play was probably drawn up for Deontay, which is why things didn't work out. But look at the protection overall from everybody else on the left. Look at Raheem over here working, putting the guy in the dirt. I love that from the undrafted free agent. You're the young center who's really had a great 2 games since there, and he got a chance to start, man. Played so well there, but I don't think that was a bad job by the O-line overall. Next play, we got a 3-by-1 set over here. We're going to get a little bit of a weird looking play here. It's going to be stick, but the spacing is kind of off, and then the timing and tempo because of the speed is a little bit off. It could get a little chippy because they slam Mingo. I love these guys as they're taking up for each other. This is something that we didn't always see last year, but I like them taking up for the teammates, man. I like it. Look, I like the spiciness. This is what we need, man. This is what we need. But let's run it back. Let's go back and run it back. All right. So stick, you're going to get an outside release by the receivers up top. Got to go outside because you want this corner to turn his back so he doesn't see what's going on. You're going to get an out route by Adam Thielen, which is kind of why the play was kind of messy because their depth of the route was a little bit different. And also Thielen was a little bit slow, and you're going to get a stick route by Jonathan Mingo. Basically, you're going to read this overhang defender. He can't be right either way. If he goes with Thielen, you're going to hit Mingo. If he stays on Mingo, Thielen's going to be wide open on the sideline. So he really just can't be right in this scenario in a certain coverage, but they run man. So since they run man, Bryce sees that, hey, he's hanging off. Well, one, you see the defender going with Thielen, but you also see that he has room. It does look a little weird, kind of almost like they're in the same area. I'm not sure. I think since it's man coverage, Mingo keeps running. If it's zone, you're just going to sit. So that's why it looks like that. But you can see, obviously, Mingo's running his route at a way faster speed than Thielen. That's why the spacing looks weird, and that guy's almost able to guard 2 guys. Thielen just has to run faster. He just has to run faster. You know, I understand he's trying to release to get leverage and slow play it, but he has to run faster. You know, I hate to come off like JT O'Sullivan and talk about how slow he is, but that's just what that play came down to. He didn't run it fast enough. And so it threw the spacing off. Regardless, it is what it is. Let's watch it from this angle here. Just see the pass pro straight. It's a quick drop. Nothing really to write home about. But Yeah, that should have been a flag. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that wasn't a flag. That's crazy. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more just like this, go ahead over to my Patreon at patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. You're going to be able to support the channel for one, but two, in return, you're going to get bonus videos just like this that you're not going to be able to see on this main channel on YouTube, just film breakdown. So you're really in the know about what's going down with this Panthers team. I'm going to give you a little bit more in-depth raw coverage as well on my opinions on different things. You're going to get some access to some giveaways too. It's a lot of special things that I'm doing for my Patreon members that you really can't get on this channel. So make sure you go join that Patreon at patreon.com/UB Sports Talk. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. All right, next play. Got a 2x2 set. We're going to have Ja'Tavion Sanders motion down to the tight split. We finally got a little appearance up top from Xavier Legette. It is 4th down. It's 4th down and 3. We're in no man's land. We know Eddie ain't got the leg. It's preseason. Let's get some 4th down and short work. The analytics, I'm sure, says you go for it anyway. A straight drop this time. We're going to have run mesh. Nobody's open. Bryce is going to bail out. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful play right there. Sorry. So let's go ahead and run it back and break it down. So mesh, you're going to get a under route and an over route. Two drag routes. If it's man coverage, you keep running. If it's zone, you find a hole and sit down. Then you're going to get a little stop route in the middle of the field by Xavier Legette. You're going to get a wheel route, a swing route that turns into a wheel route by Chuba. And then I think you get a post from Deontay. And so, like I said, you just kind of read it in front of you. If it's zone, maybe if it's man, when these two guys cross, maybe they defenders run into each other, somebody gets free. Or if you like your one-on-one shot outside with Deontay, you take that. But in this instance, we'll see what happens at the top of his drop. Boom. Here, the play's still developing. On the mesh, they pass it off good underneath. You can see Ja'Tavion Sanders trying to kind of pick Thielen's guy, but it doesn't really make anybody open. So once Bryce gets to the top of his drop, nobody's open. And you can see Deontay knows based on the timing, it should be gone by now. And so them being on the same page, he's looking back. He sees Bryce break forward just a half a step, and he already knows, oh, it's scramble drill. All those plays we've seen during training camp of them being on the same page, he's the first one to know a scramble drill. So this is not part of the route. This is not part of the route. This is just him seeing Bryce. Now, you can't run this variation with a post corner, but I think if it was supposed to be that, Bryce would have stayed in the pocket. But the fact that Bryce got out lets me know it's scramble drill. So Deontay being on the same page, he was open early, but Bryce is running for his life. He has one hand on the ball early on, but he puts two back on, pulls up. That's the beauty of Bryce Young, the off-platform throws, not having to really set your feet. And just being able to have almost like an elastic arm to make different throws at different arm angles. Doesn't really have to, can jump and throw. It's crazy. But look at Deontay at the bottom. As soon as he sees Bryce kind of like undecided on the route after it's developed already, he knows what the timing of the play is. So Deontay breaks out immediately. They've been working on the stuff. Bryce takes his one hand off the ball there. Like I said, you don't like that, but he puts two hands back on it. And once he outruns the pursuit, he fades back, squares his shoulders. This is crazy. Look at that. Jumps, throws. That's not normal, guys. That's not normal. Look at the sideline. Shocked. It's not normal, guys. This is not an easy throw. Hits it, boom, looks. Nobody's there. All right, it's time to get out. Like I said, it still have pretty solid pass pro. Let's get out. Good job by Icky. Look at Icky's pass pro. Putting that guy, keeping him secure. Hunt solid in his base as well. Nice firm pocket. Zavala and Raim doing their thing, just stalwarting this guy. Let's get out of there now. 2.7 is gone. Look at Deontay up top. Boom, get out of there. Look, that's that form we saw from the Texans game. That Texans throw he threw to Thielen, pulling up, fading back, rolling left, outside on the money. Easy. Pitch and catch, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. The funny thing, look at Legette. Legette was running with the scramble drill too. He thought that ball was kind of for him the way it came out. He's laying out for it. He tripped and fell trying to go for it, thinking it might have been him. I appreciate the effort, rookie, but that wasn't your ball. It's all good. Let's keep it moving. Next play, you got a 3-by-1 set that's going to motion just to see what the coverage is, that little return motion by Ja'Tavion Sanders. We're going to get some play action here. I think Bryce is changing the play, it looks like, based on the coverage. Play action. Look, you're going to get Ja'Tavion Sanders to secure the edge. Short roll. Find Thielen. Now, I'm going to take a wild guess here. I'm not the most educated guy in the world. I don't know all football concepts. We're going to see. So this is like a little play action, short roll boot. Of course, good job. I like the play design. Don't leave that guy free. Otherwise, it's a naked. This is not naked. You're going to block down with Ja'Tavion Sanders. I think this is like smash, as in like a hitch on the outside and a corner. It's supposed to be by Thielen, but I think they can read it. Thielen does read it and sits instead. Bryce is on it right away, puts it on him. Now, I know people may be looking at that backside post by Deontay, but I'm not sure where he's at in the read. Typically on these, you don't want to throw across the field or across your body unless you can set your feet and get it going. And since Thielen popped immediately, I think that's the first initial, that's the immediate read, and he gets it to it. Obviously, Deontay being open deep, you prefer a touchdown, obviously, but I think in the progression, I don't think Deontay is the guy until like you have a last-ditch effort. You pull up your feet, you pull up and stop, put your feet in the ground, and do that. But with Thielen popping, him not having to pull up there and be able to go right directly to him, it's easy work. Take the pitch and catch. Let's take it from this angle just to see Deontay again one more time. Play action. Yeah, Deontay's open, wide open. But again, look what Bryce's eyes are. He's not even considering the backside. You're never going to read the backside first on a run. You know what I'm saying? That's literally have to throw across your body to do it. He would have to maybe set his feet to do it, but Thielen pops immediately open, get rid of the ball. I like it. Next play. Couple red zone decisions that are going to be made. I think one of these are a couple. I want to see some more run plays. You got a motion by Mingo. Looks right. Tries to come back left. Tries to find Deontay on the scramble drill. Doesn't like it. Kind of airmails it. Now, I'm not sure why Deontay was frustrated. I think maybe because he was open initially on the scramble drill. But you're going to get a post by Deontay. You're going to get a motion stop route by Mingo underneath. They passed it off pretty well. Excuse me, they not pass it off. They kind of navigate the traffic pretty well on that. Up top, I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it's supposed to be a corner route, if I'm not mistaken, by Ja'Tavion Sanders. I kind of think he runs the wrong route. That's just me. I don't think it's just I think he's supposed to run a corner route. I think this is kind of spacing is the concept, where you run an arrow to the flat with the running back, a hitch with Thielen, and then you go to the back pylon with Ja'Tavion Sanders. He doesn't look. He doesn't like it. Comes back to the left because Deontay wasn't really open initially. Maybe you could have if you hit him early and throw it low and away because there was a passing window in the way, but comes back. Bryce starts moving. And Bryce kind of stayed in there instead of starting the scramble drill right away and been on the same page. He probably could have hit Deontay because Deontay was open right out the break. But on the run, he was kind of pointing, wasn't ready to throw. Lived to fight another down. Let's look at the pass pro because he really had all day. I love this job up front. I think this is pretty much a damn near flawless drive from the guys up front, man. Look at Zavala working here, anchoring. Zavala anchoring down. This is what we love to see. Rain, mirroring, moving his feet left to right. Icky doing his thing, even though he gives up that hit late. But I'm not mad at it. You can see the timing of it. If Bryce kind of stays, he's trying to point and just gets rid of it. All good. Live to fight another down. Next play. We're going to get, I think this is a call run. I think the frustration from Deontay, Bryce was trying to give a dog a bone. I think this is supposed to be a run. It looks like it ends up being an RPO. You can see how the O-line fires off. And look at Chuba. He pulls up and tries to hit a fade route to Deontay. Some contact, but I don't think you're going to get that. Not enough. Not enough for you to get that. You got to sell it a little bit more. But this is definitely supposed to be a run. Look at that. Boom. Look at that blocking. And it's RPO instead. Maybe it could have been there. Look at Zavala, where that hole is that comes from Zavala. Maybe it could have been there. Who knows? But you get one-on-one coverage. You like your matchup. You take your chances. That's the freedom that they're giving Bryce this year in the red zone. All right, next play. Going to get 2-by-2 set. We're going to get one tight end. Jordan Matthews comes in short motion. tight formation for these guys. And that can cause confusion. That's why you run the motion. Wide open, he pops. We love to see it, man. This is what I like. You're going to get that short motion. You're going to make the defense talk. When you put them tight, you make them talk, and you have these different guys running different directions and releases, it makes the defense have to communicate. You see that, and a lot of these guys are backups and stuff. So, yeah, maybe they don't know their coverages all the way completely. But you can see there's different assignments. They have certain assignments. They diamond. I think the guys saying diamond and looking at each other like, okay, hey, if one guy comes in, I got him. If one guy goes out, I got him. If somebody goes straight up the field, you got him. That's kind of the signal that they're throwing. So that's how they're going to play it. They're going to play it like that. But the communication is off. Two guys go for Chuba out of the backfield. And then Jordan Matthews pops. Bryce reads it perfectly, gets the ball directly, and we got a touchdown in that first drive, man. Way to cap off a drive, man. Way to cap it off. Let's watch it from this angle. You can see both those guys run for Chuba, come right over the middle. Bryce reads it immediately, makes the defense pay. Go ahead and strike up that boom, 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 boom. Protection up to par. Didn't need much time anyway. Look at Robert Hunt anchoring down as well. Like I said, good wide base. Good job by the tackles. Good job by Icky anchoring down. Good job by Moten as well. Kind of just doing what you got to do to get ball out quick. He sees Matthews pop immediately. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Points on the board. But man, oh man, like I said, the people that were starving to see this team, you got exactly what you asked for. And I talked about the joint practice being just a step, and I know this was against backups, but when you stack up going against the Jet starters in joint practice with another solid performance here in the preseason against some twos and maybe some threes as well, you have to feel good about where the Panthers are going into the season. A couple more days until this training camp. A couple more days until it's time for them to travel down to New Orleans and play the Saints. But stacking quality performances by the starters is a good sign and builds that confidence up. You guys let me know down below in the comments how you felt about how this drive came together and how do you feel? Did it make you, did it trigger something for you? Are you feeling a little bit better about this season or whatever? Like, did it do something for you to build the confidence in this team and excitement? I want to get you guys' thoughts down below. But without further ado, my name is Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you are subscribed. I'll see you next time. Peace.